Welcome to the CEO Challenge.
Hello everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy, and as always here with my husband Noel, and welcome to Season 2 of the CEO Challenge. It is our first showcase night. I'm super excited. Hello Southern Charm. Hey everybody, we only have 15 minutes as state addicts. Hello. We only have 15 minutes together before we go to our first participant, but I'm going to tell you in that 15 minutes a little bit about what the CEO Challenge is, what the challenge was this week, and who are our participants. So participants, definitely feel free at any time if you are one of the 8, put your emojis in there, put what time your show's on tonight. I'm going to say it, but feel free to put it in there. So first off, our CEO Challenge, we have 8 participants. Last season we had 6. This season we have 8. 8 will be our max. We're never going to go above that. And some of our participants have been here for a little while, like a year and a half or so. And a couple of them are like pretty new within the last few months. So we have a wide range of experience here, mainly vintage decor, but some other categories. We have handmade represented, estate sales represented. So a good mix of sellers. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about them because tonight is all about you getting to know them. So they are not selling anything tonight, even though they do have the option of having stuff in their bins. So feel free to shop in their bins while you're in their store. I love discounts. Thank you so much for the raid.
Welcome in, Raiders. Glad you can join us on this business and tax discussion.
Look at all those I love D signs in there. Thank you for coming on over. I'm about to talk about you in just a second, but while I'm talking about the CEO Challenge, please put in there who you are, what you do, what you sell, all the good things so people who might not know you can get to know you. Either Tony or Lysandra, whoever's doing the typing tonight.
Hey everybody, please
let's
put
talk
bunnies
about
in the chat.
Ooh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Woot woot.
I love discounts. The only ones who have their own special graphic in our show. So what is the CEO Challenge? It is a 4-week growth challenge. That's what it is. The 8 participants, everybody who is a participant had to apply to be here. We have picked the top 8 of those participants. Easy application, but still there's enough information that it was a very hard decision to make. And what they do is every single week, they apply a different business challenge, a different business strategy through a focus challenge that week. I'm about to talk about the week 1 challenge and what they're doing this time. But in addition to being challenged to improve their business, because it's all about building the business, not just the show. In addition to that, it is a small group of people who get to connect and network and form bonds with each other. Our season 1 participants still talk to each other. They still encourage each other. We have our group chat still going, and you'll see frequently messages being put in there. So while they're focused on these challenges that you're going to hear about every single week, there's Mel and Stella. She was one of our season 1. So is Forgotten Memories. I saw both of those 2 in here. So while they're doing these challenges, they also have to do 2 of their own shows. Whatever they normally would do. No, it's not part of a raid train. It's not part of anything but their own business. But they have to be practicing whatever it is they're working on by doing 2 of their own shows. Again, we're building the business, not the show. So they're going to continue to apply whatever it is that they're working on in their own businesses to improve. So tonight you're going to get to meet them. So you're going to see who they are, learn about their business, hear what their challenge is this week, what they picked for their challenge. It's on metrics, little sneak peek there. What metric they picked, what their baseline is, and how do they plan to improve that metric this month. So while it's the first week challenge, it really is going to last the whole month for the metric and trying to improve something. A little kind of a spoiler from the first season, every single one of our participants on season 1 improved the metric that they focused on. I wasn't surprised because when you focus on something and you measure something, it gets improved. So I'm really excited. I don't know what metrics the CEO participants picked for tonight or for this month. I have no idea. I'm going to find out right along with all the rest of you. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in just a few minutes, in about 11 minutes, we're going to go to the first person. Let me tell you who they are, and then I'm going to tell you about the challenge for this week. I love that it's a surprise too. I like not knowing. Okay, 6:30, we're going to go see Estate Addicts. And again, throw in there emojis, whatever you want if I call out your name. 6:30, Estate Addicts. 6:45 is Livy Will. 7 o'clock is Crystal's Vintage Collection. I also have all of these listed in my show notes too, just for easier reference. 7:15 is Melinda's Time Capsule. 7:30 is Wicked Moxie. 7:45 is Girl Friday Crafts. 8 o'clock is Swan and Thistle. And then wrapping it up at 8:15 is Josie's Junk in the Trunk Mercantile. After Josie's, we're going to come back here, Zoe's Treasures at 8:30, where I'm going to co-host I Love Discounts. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Lysandra, but it might be both. We might get Tony and Lysandra. And we're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk, we're going to spend 30 minutes or so talking about each of the participants, what went well, what can they improve upon. We're going to be nice, nothing bad, but it's part of the feedback. It's part of the growth and the learning. Oh, it's both. Great. I cannot wait. We get double. We get Tony and Lysandra tonight. So that's kind of the order of what's going to happen tonight. Let me tell you about the week 1 challenge here. So this week, what the participants were challenged to do is pick one metric, and I gave them a choice of 6, but I also said, if you have something else in your business that's really important to you, you can pick something else. So they have to pick a metric. They have to establish their baseline. We don't know what's going on. He's fixing it. Just bear with us. Hopefully you can still hear me. So they had to pick a metric. They had to establish a baseline. Okay, now we're back. And then they have to track that metric all month long, okay? So it's not just like, oh, let's give it a week, all month long. And then they have to begin to make intentional decisions that support the improvement in that metric. So they have to focus on increasing this metric. What did they get to pick from? Average order value, that's a big one. I suspect a lot of people will pick that one. It's a pretty important metric in Whatnot world. So average order value, repeat buyer count, new buyer count, sell-through rate, show consistency, or profit margin awareness. Last one, that profit margin awareness, is probably the hardest one. And as one of our participants pointed out, picking any one of these kind of affects all the others. So it's not, even though as a business you may look and say, well, I want to do repeat buyers and average order value. That's not really the smartest business decision, to try to focus on too many things at once. So that's why the participants have to pick one, and all month long they're going to focus on that. So tonight we're going to hear what did they pick and what is their plan for improving it. Part of what they get as participants is I supply any materials that I can to help them in thinking through that. So they received, I don't know, it was maybe like a 6-page document saying, okay, if this is your metric, here's ideas on ways to improve it. So that's part of the benefit of being a participant. They also get a video each week where I explain what the challenge is. And then we can talk whenever they want. They're free to message me, also lean on each other and get support from each other. Now, if you're interested in doing this at home, we also have the at-home version that you can focus on your business and follow along with whoever maybe picks your metric tonight. So if you're interested in doing this at home, we drop down on Mondays or Tuesdays a at-home version in a Dropbox folder. So you just DM me, we'll get you added to that Dropbox folder, and then you will get a modified version of the challenge every week to follow along with. So that is the challenge. I am super excited about this. I'm so excited that we actually made it to season 2, that, season 1 was wonderful. We had 6 great participants, and, I'm always hopeful for season 2, and I had enough applicants and enough interest, and now we're at season 2. So I'm really excited about it. And what I'm even more excited about is that this isn't a challenge to see who's better than who. This morning we talked a lot about community. Yesterday on the Reselling Roundtable, we talked a lot about community. And I feel that the CEO Challenge does really embody the concept of community on Whatnot, because what we're doing here is supporting each other, lifting each other up, helping each other grow within our businesses without competition, without, oh, well, you can't do that because you're in the same category as me, or no, I don't want you to do better than me. There's none of that. It is really, how do we build a business that's sustainable and profitable and going to last into the future for however long you want it to last. Thank you, Forgotten Memories and Mel and Stella cards. So I'm really excited to follow the journey of these 8 sellers this month, and I hope you are too. I hope that you tune in for our showcase every Monday night, where we get to see every single challenge I go through, and then of course at the very end we'll wrap it up in here. Tonight's the only night that it's just talking. Again, though, I want to remind you that they probably have stuff in their bins, so if you feel like it, feel free to go shop their bins. That's always an option. But tonight's really about talking, letting you into their world. And you know what? It takes a lot of confidence, strength, vulnerability to get on here and say, hey, this metric isn't going so good in my business and I want to improve it, and here's my plan. And then to allow you to follow along with it every single week, the ups and the downs of it. That's not an easy thing for these 8 people to do. And as we go along in the subsequent weeks, they will be selling and also talking. Anybody who's a seller here knows that's a challenge in itself, to tell a story while you're selling your items. That's part of this whole challenge. It's part of becoming a better seller and of building the business, learning how to do all of that, not just hitting go live on a show. So if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to put it in there. We do have about 5 minutes before we go and raid. I think it's exciting, the Woven Basket. You guys, anybody who's here probably knows me, knows I'm very business focused. This really stemmed from my Friday chats, where we talk a lot about different business strategies, how to apply them into your live selling, some of the psychology behind business, and then of course all of the accounting and tax stuff. And I wanted something that we can do that combined a challenge type atmosphere with a raid train and a reality TV type atmosphere, but that was positive, that would help people and not just pit people against each other. Every single one of these participants is a winner at the end of the day. They're winners because they're showing up for their business. There's 3 things I say that you have to have here on what not to be successful: consistency, commitment, and did I just forget the last one? I always want to say dedication is not dedication. Discipline. Thank you. Commitment, consistency, and discipline. And all 3 of them have that, and will need it for the rest of this month. It does feel like a reality show, and that was kind of the goal, is to get that reality show. Because think about this, all of you here, whatever you pick that maybe, hey, in your business, you're struggling with repeat buyers, or you're struggling with your average order value, or something like that, I can guarantee you're going to find somebody. And you know what? If you want to message them after their show, send them a message, encourage them, stay in their shows, encourage them in the chat. Even if you're not buying anything, that's okay. You being there, you hearing their story, you showing support for them, that means the world. It really does. So showing up every Monday night to be here for them and follow their journey throughout the month, it's really cool. It kind of reminds me of some of the old reality shows years ago where they used to follow business people. Those were always my favorites. So maybe I'm living out some secret fantasy with CEO Challenge. I don't know, maybe. So if you missed it, we have 2 minutes. We're going to go over to Estate Addicts in 2 minutes. We're going to do Estate Addicts, Livy Will, Crystal's Vintage Collection, Melinda's Time Capsule, hello PBJ Bargains, Wicked Moxie, Girl Friday Crafts, Swan and Thistle, and Josie's Junk in the Trunk Mercantile. 8 very different sellers, different businesses, different business models. The other thing that I love about this is it really highlights the fact that there are a million ways to whatnot, and there isn't just one right way. 8 different strategies here, but applying the same type of values, techniques to improve their business. And if they can do it, any person on here can do it. This isn't some magic formula. This is being focused on your business and just learning how to tune into it, learning how to see where maybe it's going off track and pulling it back on and keeping it going forward. So that's about it. Again, super excited, happy that you guys are here. We're going to be back here at the wrap-up show, 8:30 tonight. I Love Discounts is going to be joining me. And this is new for season 2. So I'm really looking forward to that because I would wrap it up before, but I really want to give a lot of feedback. I would message all of the participants privately, and we'll still do that, message privately, but we're going to do some of that verbally here so that you can hear and you can say, oh, if she's doing that or he's doing that, maybe I see that in myself. Maybe that's something I can improve. It's going to be a great conversation, and Tony and Lysandra are very nice people. They're going to be nice, even though they're the bad cops, and I get to be the good cop in this. So, and every season we're trying something new. So the challenges that they're facing this season, besides the metric, are going to be different challenges than our season 1 participants had to face. So with that, let's go ahead and get ready to raid over to Estate Addicts. Let's see, is she on? Are we ready here? Who said you? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, you got to be nice. I just sprung that on you. All right, they are there waiting. Let's go to Estate Addicts and show everybody some love tonight. We can't wait to see you back at 8:30.